Hi guys. What have you guys been up to? Hi, Thanatos. It's been a day. It's been a day. So, I got a bunch of stuff done earlier, right? Then, I laid down in bed to get comfortable to try to get some work done. Try to update my socials, try to look in, guys know that I've been researching land and stuff. So I was looking into that. And I ended up falling asleep. And I literally just woke up just a few minutes ago. So I slept like 4 hours or something. Not meaning to, but here we are. How are you, Mike? Nope. My kids were sick. I was tending to them. I made them food. I checked on them, made sure they had everything they needed. And then I came to my room. My idea was to update my some online stuff and then look into my coursework and research property sales. Well, I ended up finding several properties and ended up updating like a couple of my socials, and then I fell asleep. Yeah. And I'm thinking that they literally got it the first day they were at school and are showing symptoms now because my stomach is starting to cramp. The same day, my stomach is starting to cramp and hurt. So, yeah. Their first official in-person day, everybody gets sick. What? Oh. Good thing I haven't been like pukey or vomity or anything though. I've just had like tummy pains. Yeah, no. I think it's too late for me, Grim. It's too late already. I already yeah. Ice cold burr. That sounds delicious to some people. I don't like the way beer tastes. Well, I guess that really hot, like the really hoppy beer, I kind of liked. The bitterness in it, I kind of liked. But it always hurt my tummy, so I never drank it. It always upset my tummy. My hair is rolled up tight. And I'm not taking it down because I literally have to have, like, I have to move mountains in order to get it on top of my head. I literally have to prop myself up and be at a weird angle. And yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Yeah. So, Thanatos, that's exactly what happens. Everybody gets sick, and then you get to go home, and then you come back and you get it again. So, when you go back Tuesday, oh my goodness, it's a mess. It's a mess. But you know, if people weren't pressured to go into work while they are sick and they were pushed to take care of themselves more, there would be less people coming in to work sick so that it will be spread around less. Double IPA beer. Well, I never really enjoyed a whole lot of beer. The only beer I ever really drank was Miller High Life and I never drank Bud Ice or Bud Light or anything like that. I thought those taste gross. Like toilet water or something. Like it's gross. Yeah. And that's good, Thanatos. That's good. Not every employer does that, though. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, I don't like that toilet water. It's like watered down grossness. Well, I haven't drank it in years, but that's what my brain remembers it tasting like. Watered down grossness. That it is, Mike. Although it's staying that length, it seems to have stopped growing. My hair seems to have stopped growing a little bit past my knees, which is weird, right? It's been that length for a long time, and it just, I guess that's what it likes. It just not getting any bigger, not getting any longer, not going anywhere else. Blah, 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 blah. Well, I might not have to get up early for that, but I still have to go to Lexington tomorrow morning. So I still have to get up at the same time. I have to go up to the digestive specialist. They're running tests on me tomorrow, and I'm going to be there like all day. Well, they said at least 4 hours. That's all day to me. What the fuck? What kind of tests take 4 fucking hours? Come on. But we are on the journey for Lexington is an hour and a half. Yep, hour and a half one way. So I have at least 3 hours of driving tomorrow. At least. So yeah. There's that. I can stop at Buc-ee's. I need to go in and take my phone and take a video of all of it so you can see the inside. And you know, the Buc-ee's is close to my dermatologist. It's literally, my dermatologist is the next exit after Buc-ee's. Yeah. I am glad that I didn't have to cancel more of my doctor's appointments. So, yeah. We're getting back on track. It's going to take a bit, but we're going to do it. I keep like getting hot and cold and hot and cold. So, oh yeah, and I can't eat anything after midnight, which with the 4-hour damn nap that I just took, I'm going to have to like try to force myself to go to sleep early. Ugh. I'm telling you, it's been rough. It's been rough. I'm thinking I want to use this car as a trade-in. This isn't a permanent car. So I think I want to use it as a trade-in. I have to finish paying it off, obviously. So right now I have 2 fucking car payments, which is fucking dumb. But I want to pay it off and trade it in. But that's going to take me several months. It's a several month plan. But at the end of this plan, yes, that's right, Thanatos. Both on Traverses. And one of them don't even fucking run. What about that? Shit bags. After, I think I want to go with, I like how Traverse are up off the ground, but I like the amount of room and the pilot seats that are in the Quest that I was looking at. So I'm thinking whenever I get my permanent vehicle, I might get a Quest. And I've seen a lot of people start like having issues with Traverse around the 200,000, a little bit before 200,000, they start having issues. With a Quest, it looks like their issues weren't until later. So, like the longevity, I'm thinking it's better to go with Quest 2. And I have seen so many Traverse have electrical issues, and I'm not trying to have more electrical issues. And while I love the Traverse, I'm thinking it's probably my favorite SUV. Besides, it not running. I like the room. I like how high it is off the ground. I like how the interior is comfortable. Like literally, it was my favorite SUV. Yeah. And I've seen several of the Traverse that have electrical issues, which tells me there's something that whenever they manufactured them, that they fucked. And I want to avoid that. I don't need life fucking me anymore. I haven't seen the new Traverse. Oh. But I also haven't done any research on them. Now, if they were a good vehicle, I wouldn't be opposed to having one, especially if it kind of had the feel of the 2010, 2012 but I'm really not trying to have something that breaks the fuck down on me. And electrical issues means breaks the fuck down. $2018. I will have to check into them. Because I was also looking on like Carvana and stuff like that, places like that. And it's so annoying that you literally either have to have some form of W-2 or a cosigner. Like, I don't have either one of those. I make my own money. I don't have either one of those. So I'm itching and I can't reach it. I need one of those arm scratcher things. Back scratchers. There we go. Oh. My arm feels so heavy. It feels like it weighs 1,000 pounds. I have noticed that the terrible pains that were shooting all the way down my arm aren't as bad now. So that's a good thing. So my fingers aren't staying like this ongoing shooting pain. So that's cool. I'm going to look up this new Traverse because you got me curious. And then I need to catch up with a bunch of my... What? Homework? You know, I love when I wake up from a nap and somebody just randomly sends me like just $10, just like, here. I was thinking of you today. Because days like today where I need a little extra pick me up, that's one of those things where I'm like, yeah. And of course, it ties into other things that I can't talk about on here. But anyway, my point is, I notice. Your friend had one to put over 90. Did it have any issues? So up to the 90,000, did they have any kind of issues out of it? And how did they drive it? Were they like easy on it? Were they like hard on it? Like what kind of driver were they? Because you know, different people are different. You know what I mean? So I'm looking at how it lasted. $2018. It kind of reminds me of he just took a lot of long trips. It reminds me of a cross between a Traverse or an Envoy and a Yukon. And it looks like See, some of them have pilot seats, some of them have bench seats. I don't much like the bench seats. I like the pilot seats. The one that I have right now has the bench seats, and I don't like it. I like it having pilot seats better. There's more room. Plus, Mazikeen, she likes having the little hole between the pilot seats so she can sit there and just be nosy for everybody, you know? Yeah, I like the two pilot seats. I like this. I do like it. Um, it looks it looks a lot like the original Traverse. Now, one thing I really the second row is elevated. The one thing I really don't like is oh my brain just kind of oh yeah, the battery. The one thing I really don't like is where they put the battery. So the battery in a Traverse is not in the front. Hi Mo. It's not in the front. Okay? They put it behind the passenger seat. It's so fucking dumb. Like why? I have to pee. Pee time. I'll be right back. So peeing takes me longer than usual. Unfortunately. I was just thinking of the I remember somebody on stream talking about how they didn't want to go get like a colonoscopy or like have anybody doing anything near their butt. And it was cracking me the fuck up because Thanatos was talking about, oh, just poop in a box. So while I was in there peeing, that's what I was thinking about. How people are still weird about having general like testing done for your health. Because we're talking about everybody being healthy this year. That is the mission for the year. Good health. So yeah. It made me giggle. So I'm kind of digging the new Traverse. It reminds me of like blockier, like the Yukon though, like the back of it. Did they have any electrical issues with their Thanatos? The Honda Pilot. I like the third row option. I also like the pilot seats, so that's a must in anything that I'm going to be purchasing in the future. He traded for a Silverado. Hmm. Yeah, I was looking into um well, as you know, I've been looking at vehicles for quite some time now. I was just kind of forced to get one immediately. But overall, I want something that do 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 that lasts, because I have to drive a lot, like a lot, a lot. Yeah. Well, you don't drive as much as I do. So I'm looking at the 2023. I'm shooting for fucking amazing. Yeah, well, Honda was one of the only things that I've seen. I know you did. Um, Honda was one of the only things that I'd seen over the years that made things that last. Like my grandpa, before he died, had this four-wheeler from Honda. And I'm going to tell you that it ran forever. It still runs to this day, and it's old as fuck. Like, they last. Same with my other grandpa. He had several Honda motorcycles. Like, so this 2023 Pilot is reminding me a lot of the Traverse, which is a good thing because I like how it's kind of up a little off the ground. It's got the Pilot seats that I like. I like leather interior most. So if I can get leather, I like to go with leather. How are you, Mo? What are you up to? How's your day been? Did you work today? Oh, I thought that was a video. Thought they were going to give me a tour. Let's look for a tour. What kind of car is the Honda Pilot? Well, let's look at this review. Oh, that's a 2019. I don't want a 2019. I want a 2023. Um, 2023 review. Let's see.
When it comes to three-row family SUVs, the Honda Pilot has been one of the most popular options for American families.
You work and have holidays?
For 2000,
what are you doing for holidays?
The Pilot gets even better because Honda is introducing an all-new, fully redesigned fourth generation model. I'm in a studio here in Long Beach, California, and this right here is
okay, we're
the
checking
2023 Honda Pilot. Let's take a first look.
Checking out this 2023 Honda Pilot.
Honda has been teasing the all-new Pilot for a few months now. We've seen camouflage versions of the Trail Sport. Actually, I'm going to show you guys the Elite version as well. But we're going to start with the Trail Sport in terms of the design. But before we do that, let's talk about what's underneath.
Tell me where your battery's at.
Honda is saying that the new Pilot is getting a new engine this year. It's a 3.5-liter double overhead cam direct injection V6. Now, this V6, Honda says, does not have VTEC, but they're also claiming it's an all-new engine. It's the most powerful V6 that the company has ever done. Of their products. And the numbers are pretty good. 285 horsepower, 262 pound-feet of torque. It all goes out through their second generation of their in-house designed 10-speed automatic transmission.
I need a new vehicle.
Front or their next generation
what the hell?
IVTM all-wheel drive system.
What the hell just happened?
Which Honda says they've tuned specifically for the Trail Sport model to give it even better off-road capability. I don't have final.
See, this is what my phone does. Okay, my phone is messing up. I was watching the video, didn't touch it or anything. It disappeared. It is still playing, but the video feed is gone. And if I try to pull it up, it doesn't exist.
For those of you who are looking for a three-row SUV and you want something with electrification,
it's frozen.
There's no announcement of any Pilot hybrid at this time.
Like, why?
But for those of you,
why does my phone do this?
Naturally aspirated V6. This is going to be the one.
This phone is, I think, 8 months old. Yeah, it's 8 months old. So I guess it's about time for it to fry itself. Anyway.
When it comes to three-row family Pilot, which was around 188 inches long, so the new one has grown. It's about a foot longer versus the first gen, which is necessary, of course. For
this
all
guy looks so tiny next to this.
More space on the interior. Looking at the wheels,
he looks so tiny.
Are specific to the Trail Sport. They're an 18-inch wheel. They also have Trail Sport kind of stamped into the actual lip of the wheel. They've also been designed to kind of resist damage. And then
Little tiny guy.
pairs it with their first ever factory to or specific all-terrain Continental tire. So this is a true all-terrain tire, which is going to give the Trail Sport a little bit better off-road capability. You also have a slightly raised suspension, about an inch more ground clearance versus the standard Pilot. I don't have the final figures just yet, but I'm going to estimate probably around 8.4 inches because the old Pilot,
I do like how it's lifted a little bit. So that was one of the biggest things with the Quest that I had. So I didn't like how it was so low to the ground. Like, yes, it's a good thing, but like if you are having trouble getting up into a vehicle, right? But all in all, it makes a lot of issues, especially if you're going in an area where there's like deep fucking potholes, or if you're like off-roading some form, or if it's like gravel, or one of the issues I had whenever I drove that Quest to Texas is that, yeah, it is San Antonio. Whenever it was, whenever I was driving to Texas, my utility bag that had all of my stuff in it, like the corner of it struck the ground in a few places, right? So the road literally fucked up my entire bag. The whole corner was like eat away by the road. And I was like, well, that's shitty because I paid $100 for that. So that was annoying. But yeah. So if it was like just a little higher, it would be better. You know what I mean?
Along with a Trail Sport badge there with the orange lettering. And then you can see here, all of the Trail Sports come standard with the tow hitch. This tow hitch also includes the...
I do love that it already has a tow hitch attached.
Pull twice the actual gross vehicle weight of the Trail Sport, and then you can see here underneath there's a full-size spare tire with a matching wheel, which again is necessary for those who are planning to take this vehicle off-roading. Now, in terms of the cargo space, Honda did improve that. The vehicle is bigger on the outside, so we have a little over 22.5 cubic feet. That's what Honda had mentioned. They're still kind of working on the final figures of the cargo area, but this is going to be best in class in terms of the space behind the third row. As you guys know, all Pilots are three-row vehicles. If you fold down these seats, which are manual, you can see the floor stays completely flat, and you can also fold down the second row as well, which will give you what Honda is going to claim best-in-class space.
This is what happens whenever you get to know me, Thanatos.
It's also reversible, so on the other side you can see it's a carpeted area, or you can also get this hard plastic area, and then there's a really deep storage area, which I'll show you guys in the Elite trim later. It actually is big enough to place the second row middle seat, which is removable on the Touring and the Elite trims.
Wait, what?
So now let's go ahead and check out the completely redesigned
I need to see this.
interior of the new Pilot. Now for this part, I'm going to actually switch over to this Elite trim. You guys will see the outside later on in the video, but I wanted to show you the Elite.
So
all the features that you expect.
I do like it so far.
Family SUV to have. Now, first of all, this interior is the gray interior color choice. Honda says that on the Elite, they'll also offer it with a black leather and a brown leather, like a dark coffee brown leather.
Ooh, kind of black leather interior? Yes, please.
Which is a feature that a lot of people like. You have to go for the Elite trim to get that feature.
I want it.
You also have a 12-way power driver's seat over here with two-person memory. So again, the seats are the most comfortable seats that Honda says they've ever done on the...
The seat looks like a marshmallow man though. Like, can you see it? Like, look at it. Like, it looks like a little marshmallow man. They're supposed to be really comfortable.
Pilot, and you also have their new redesigned seat, which is supposed to provide even better comfort on those longer trips. Now, getting inside,
long trips. That's what we're.
Really easy step in height because it's an
that's
SUV.
what we need.
Get in and shut the door. The door has a nice solid sounding thunk. Remember, this is built off of their newest light truck architecture, which Honda says is just stiffer and safer. It's going to give you an even better ride quality whenever we get a chance to drive this vehicle. Now, looking at the interior, you can see Honda's been kind of guilty of doing the same interior design in all of their most recent products. And I have to say, the Pilot has some unique touches in here to give it a more I guess, interesting design versus, let's say, the same design we've seen in the Civic and in the CR-V. The dash, you can see the 9-inch touchscreen is the kind of the centerpiece here. All of the Pilot's trims, except for the base Sport, will get the 9-inch display. You can see my phone is paired up. It has wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. And the graphics themselves, they look pretty nice. I like the fact that the bezel, the screen actually goes
Still in
pretty
review.
far into the edge. You also have an actual volume button here with some dedicated home buttons here, or volume knob, along with a skip knob or skip button over there. Overall, this is pretty much the
And
same
it's an
as
all-terrain vehicle.
CR-V,
Guys,
HRV,
I can take it
Civic.
on the
There's the
farm.
Honda system here. It still doesn't have over-the-air updates. That's something that we'll talk about in another feature Honda at a later date. But overall, you can see the screen.
I have to be able to use it on farm stuff,
Although I
right?
do wish that it was slightly larger. Keep in mind, if you go for the Sport, it'll have a smaller 7-inch display without the wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. But let's talk about the interior materials in here, because this is the fully loaded Elite trim. The door panel you can see over here has a soft touch injection molded plastic with a really nice granny material. There's this kind of interesting textured, although it's
I want to see what you're talking about, the trunk. Show me the trunk. I like the trunk. I gotta fit a lot of stuff back there.
Elite trim. Let me go ahead and shut the door. The door has the same solid sounding thunk. Now, I don't have final legroom figures just yet. The old Pilot had around 39 inches of legroom. This seat also moves forward and back, and this is a pretty comparable amount of space to what I've seen in something like the Highlander, something like the Hyundai Palisade, the Subaru Ascent.
It has sunroofs. I don't know how I feel about sunroofs.
By the way, I'll talk about that a little bit more into detail in a second. You can see this is what people tend to want, are these captain's chairs. You also have things like the rear manual sunshades, which a lot of parents also like. Material quality back here is a harder touch plastic, which probably is okay considering you'll have messy kids back here. They'll probably start getting a lot of crumbs back here.
It has built-in
and then you have nice materials down here where you'd rest your elbow for the padded armrests. I like the light gray interior that this one also
why
has.
my brain? Why I don't know why my brain
There's a
can't
little
grasp
storage
the
here
word
for your
shade.
smartphones. 2-tier storage over here, and then
The shade
you can
screen.
also see 2 rear seat air vents back here in the center console, along with heated rear seats. 3
What?
heated rear seats, your own set of climate controls, USB-A charging ports, and then a 12-volt power outlet over here. Now, one thing I am noticing, this car is missing cooled second row seats. That's something you can get in the Hyundai Palisade and the Kia Telluride. And then you can see here the panoramic glass roof does come into the second row, but it kind of abruptly stops here. I was hoping it would go a little bit further back, and then there's no third row like sunshade area or like a glass area where it would let in more light. So that's something to keep in mind. But you're also probably noticing this big open space here. Now, there's also no armrest here that folds down, because all of the Elite and Touring trims come with an 8-passenger configuration. There's actually a removable second row middle seat here, which Honda claims is the first in its segment, but I think Toyota actually did it first with the Highlander. But because of this model here now seats 8 people, and you have an opening panoramic glass roof. Honda says it's the only vehicle in this segment to get that. But let me show you guys where that middle seat is stored.
So
because
there's
unlike some competitors like Toyota from the
an outlet.
you have to actually take that seat.
So you don't have just the
however clever as they are,
like a cigarette lighter outlet. You don't have just like the little converter that you have to use. There's literally a fucking outlet. That's cool.
On the Trail Sport, it doesn't allow you to do that because of the full-size spare. This has a donut spare, which gives us a deeper floor area. You can see this is the middle.
Oh, this is a seat.
It actually stows perfectly there, and it's relatively not too heavy. It's about 30-ish pounds. And you can see underneath the floor here, this is significantly deeper versus the Trail Sport. It really allows for a lot of space here where you can put stuff, your knickknacks, your groceries and whatnot. You also have that same reversible door, which is pretty nice. And then you can see, just put that down, and then you can also pull these third row seats up, which again creates a flat load floor. When you have it down, then you have the same 22 cubic feet of space. That's what Honda claims. But let's go ahead and put this second row in, and I'll show you guys how easy.
I think you found a good vehicle for me, Grim.
This isn't too heavy for me, but it is a little bit cumbersome and awkward. There's a latch here that you kind of just seat it up and then just kind of slam the seat in, which is nice. And then you can see here, this area has a little latch. Put that up, and you can see there's your middle seat where you can actually seat 8 people in this vehicle. And in this middle seat, I'm 5'7". The floor is flat here, which is nice. So it actually is not a bad place to sit. And there is also an armrest or a headrest that's adjustable. So I can get somewhat comfortable. And the vehicle, I think, is wide enough to be able to accommodate.
Yeah.
And when you're not.
So I really like the 8th seat that is removable. I like how it has the
armrest here. Although the armrest is a little bit low, but you have 2 cup holders, so this is all very nice. And again, it gives you that versatility for those of you who actually do need to seat 8 people. But let's get into the third row, which there's a button that you can push.
Woo!
That slides the seat forward, and it gives you
so much fanciness going on. Like, these seats are so weird. There's like a button that you push and it just slides out of your way.
This is pretty comparable to the new Kia Telluride and the Hyundai Palisade, which this has way more space versus the current generation Highlander. There's features here like USB-A charging ports, 2 of them, and you also have rear seat air vents. That's actually something that you don't get in the $70,000 Acura MDX Type S. So I love the fact that Honda has put rear seat air vents back here. There's a good amount of headroom space. There's also some LED lighting back here. And then again, you can fit 3 people across, although this is kind of a narrow seat here. And if you wanted to sit back here, the floor is pretty flat. So again, if you want to actually carry adults, average size adults, the new Pilot can certainly do that. So while the Elite trim has all of the bells and whistles in the new Pilot, I wanted to briefly show you guys the differences in this Trail Sport interior. Now, first of all, I hope you guys like a black interior because this is your only color combination. You get a black leather interior with the orange stitching and the Trail Sport embossed into the actual headrest. It's a really nice looking interior, but I kind of wish that Honda would offer a lighter color option. But these seats, you can see, pretty similar to the one.
You don't need lighter. Black is good.
Power driver seat with 2-person memory, and you also have 3-level heated seats. You don't get ventilated seats, however. That's something you get.
They all have heated seats too.
It's also pretty similar. You get the same 9-inch display. You don't get the heads-up display, however.
A built-in vacuum. That is cool. I like this one. I like that it can be versatile, kind of like me. You can take it on long trips. It looks super comfy, but at the same time, you can take it off-road. Like, that's what I like to look for because, I mean, it's hard to take a minivan off-road, and yeah, for sure, Thanatos. Like, to be able to take a minivan off-road, like, yeah, you can do it, but is it really functional? Is it really practical? Because, like, on the farm, there are, some dip holes, there's inclines and declines, and there's rough terrain, and in one part you have to go across a creek. So, I mean, with the angle of the creek, it's kind of like there's a decline down into the creek, right? It levels out, and then it's an incline. And some of it is like rutted out and stuff from the flooding. So there's like holes in it. And if you try to get a minivan through that, you're probably going to get stuck because it's too low to the ground. It's not high enough to allow you to get traction to get up it. So, yeah. But, like, I really like how they have this Pilot set up. We're still watching. I'm very impressed.
And then you also have more of the gloss black accents in the grille. The Elite has the same full LED headlights with LED daytime running lights and LED low and high beams and LED fog lights. Overall, it has more of a more elegant look. But again, if you guys prefer the blacked out themes, you're going to want to go for the Trail Sport model. But looking at the side profile, you guys are also really going to like the Elite for the wheels. Actually, I think the wheels on it are probably one of my favorite Honda designs that I've seen for wheels. Is a 20-inch wheel wrapped in a 255.
It looks a lot like the exterior of some of the Chevy vehicles. Like, it looks a little bit like a Traverse, except it's not, I guess, as blocky, maybe, like the Yukon. You get what I'm saying?
You still have the same black roof rails at the top, along with the panoramic glass roof, and then you still have the kind of cladding along the wheel arches and the lower front, or the lower trim of the actual vehicle. Because remember, this is an SUV. But looking at the rear, you can see the design is pretty similar. Again, you have the new Pilot badge in here that connects the 2 taillight modules together. There's an all-wheel drive and an Elite badge, which, by the way, the Elite also comes.
We're still watching, guys.
Drive. But speaking of which, the design of the Elite, again, it's all going to be personal style and preference. So let me know in the comments below if you guys prefer the look of the Trail Sport versus the Elite trim. But if you guys are looking to get your hands on the new Pilot, Honda says these are actually going to be in dealer showrooms as early as December of 2022, so literally next month. And they haven't announced final pricing just yet. The old Pilot starts at around $38,000
yeah.
for the base LX, going up to around $51,000 for the old Elite. Obviously, with everything getting more expensive, I'm going to expect this car to be more expensive as well. I'm going to say starting in the just under $40,000 for the base Sport trim. Probably this one here coming in around 52,000.
I like this one.
Once Honda announces final pricing, but again,
I like this one a lot. That was a really good find, Thanatos.
Well, it said, hope you guys have enjoyed my very detailed overview on the completely redesigned 2023 Honda Pilot, the Trail Sport, and the Elite Trim. If you're also looking to see the latest cars I'm testing, be sure to follow me on Instagram at redline_reviews. Like us on Facebook.
Honda Pilot.
Subscribing to the Redline Reviews YouTube channel.
Trail Sport.
Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you all in the next video. If you were concerned that Honda would follow Toyota's lead and replace the V6 engine with a turbocharged four-cylinder, fear not. If you were in the competition, there's plenty of room back here.
Plenty of room. So where is the battery? Because I didn't see him talk about where the battery was located in this thing. Doo-doo. How to replace a battery in a Pilot.
Hi, and welcome to another video by Jim the Car Guy.
Hi, Jim.
Yeah, this is the hold down.
Okay, cool. It's in the front. I am not too interested in having another vehicle where the battery is located somewhere else and then wiring is run to the front. Like, that's fucking dumb. Yeah, well, I just pulled up several videos and it looks like all of them have it in the front. So, when I found my new car. Now I just have to get this other bitches paid off. And then trade in to get me one of these puppies. I don't even know of any local dealers. This is my goal for this year. Get my health better, get a vehicle I don't have to worry about for touring. Because, like, the amount of touring that I'm going to be doing definitely requires me to have something that can last. And then on top of that, you know how much room I need. I need a lot of room. I'm a person that doesn't like to be in confined spaces. I need a lot of room. Plus, I mean, Mazakine is weird about car trips too. She doesn't like being like squished up. And then whenever I take the kids places, I got to have room for them. So I need a roomy vehicle. That looks like, it reminds me of, I had a GMC Envoy, third row, that was like perfect for off-roading. It was up off the ground. It had enough room for everything that I needed. The only thing was it didn't have pilot seats. It had 2 bench seats. So the second and third row were both bench seats. It was all a leather interior, and I love that Envoy. It was my favorite vehicle to date, up until I got the Traverse. And I absolutely loved the Traverse until I had all the issues with it. And then, and then I fucking hated it. But before that, the Envoy was definitely my favorite because of, I guess, how versatile it was. I could use it on trips. It was roomy. I could use it on the farm. I like it to be multifunctional. I like to have the ability to do whatever the fuck I want with it. You know what I mean? I don't, like, there's no way I could have like a little car and be okay with that. Because, like, I would temporarily, like, I'm not saying that I wouldn't drive it, but like longevity and for personal, practical business uses, there's no way. I have too much filming equipment. So whenever I'm going on like long trips and stuff, I need room for all my lighting. I need room for all my camera equipment. like any kind of staging or props or just all the materials that I need. There's no room for that in cars. Like none. And then of course, whenever I do stuff on the farm, I need room to be able to do that too. Plus, I'm going to have farm animals again within the next few years because I miss my animals a lot. And I can't wait to be completely settled so that I can have my chickens again. I loved having chickens. Well, until they ate my flowers and stuff. I didn't like that about chickens. They literally eat everything. But I liked having good, healthy, clean meat. And I love the whole aspect of farming and slaughtering in general. So that helps me. That's like my peace. And I feel like my mental health would stay consistently better whenever I was on the farm and I could be active with my hands. I know. It is ridiculous. Talking about ridiculous prices. I saw a bunch of memes and some people making jokes and shit online. It was like, this is the new dealer or something. I can't remember what phrasing they used, but this is my new trade for 2023. And there were people that had like cartons of eggs, like weighing the eggs and shit. I'm like, yeah. It's ridiculous. And you know, prices on everything has got ridiculous. Like, oh my goodness. I was looking at, you guys remember those cookies that I used to get? The chocolate chip protein cookies. Well, I was looking at them earlier today whenever I was at the store picking up medicine. And I used to get a full box of them for, it was like 10 something for an entire box. Okay. Now it's $8.88 for 4 cookies. 4 damn cookies is almost $10. Where before you got a giant box. It's crazy. Like everything is just way expensive right now. How's everybody been today? I still have a ton of stuff I need to do. I really wanted to come chat with you guys. I wanted to stream earlier, but I was trying to take care of a few things before I streamed, and then I ended up falling asleep. So, good night, Thanatos. I'm probably going to be on only for a few more minutes because it's 8 o'clock, and I have homework and a bunch of stuff I have to get done too. So, yeah. Plus, I have to go check on everything, and it's dinner time. Dinner time. I had a snack. My Belvita cookie things. Hi, Blaze. You're an hour late. Where have you been? We've been talking about vehicles and all kinds of stuff. Mostly vehicles. And pooping in a box. We're talking about becoming healthier this year. And if you don't like people being near your butt, you can poop in a box and send it in. It's the year for health. Everybody is going to be healthier this year. That is the goal. You have no choice. Be healthy. Or at least put forth effort to be healthy. Because obviously chronically ill people can't choose. Because if we could. Making dinner. Nice. What did you make? I have to go make dinner very soon, which is why I'm going to be getting off. I still didn't officially decide what I wanted to make. So, it's going to be a surprise. I had macaroni and tomato juice for lunch. But I don't know what I'm going to make for dinner. Give up soda and eat better. That is an amazing goal. I'm here for it. And I believe in you, Blazed. I believe in you. Baking chicken and bacon-wrapped asparagus. That sounds interesting. I have never had asparagus wrapped in bacon. I'm going to say that there was a time that I would eat bacon with anything and everything, so I'm going to say it's delicious. I can't eat bacon anymore, but at one time, I would eat bacon with anything. I wouldn't care what it was. Like, bacon can go on anything and everything, and it's delicious. So, I know that's delicious too. Oh my goodness. For a moment, my brain just freaked out. I thought it was Friday, and I thought I didn't get all my stuff done that I needed to get done because it's the last day of the week. And it's not Friday, so I need to calm down. You never tried asparagus without it? Well, I like asparagus. I do not like the asparagus smell. Like whenever you pee and it has that weird smell. I don't like that. But I mean, when your body has that extra what is it? The acid. I forget what kind of acid it is. It's some kind of extra acid that comes with the asparagus. Anyway, that's what makes your pee smell like that, if you didn't know that. But I don't like that smell. It smells so weird. My shoulder is heavy, tired, sore, but getting better. I'm super excited. The medical tape that they put on is really helping. Not with the pain, but with the drawing of my shoulder. Okay, so before they put the medical tape on it to kind of help the skin and muscle stay, it was drawing to the front because it was in so much pain, which created more issues for the front of my arm. So I have a ton of pain in the back side of my arm, in my rotator cuff, which is why my arm tries to overcompensate and lean to the front to take weight off of the back. But because it did that, the front got fucked up too. So, but I have to stay conscious about keeping it here, even though it's sore. And the tape helps with that. So, progress. I'm happy with progress. Bum, 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 bum. It'll get better in time. I don't want. Okay, so I know some people are like, oh, whoa, speedy recovery, whatever. That's not what I want. I don't want a speedy recovery. I want my shit to be repaired permanently. So I'm not so much worried about the pain leading up to it getting better. Yes, it fucking hurts, but I want it to be better so that I don't have this issue, so that it doesn't become a reoccurring thing, because this has happened multiple times now, and I want it to be repaired so that it doesn't happen again. You know what I mean? So I'm not in it for the quick fix. I'm here for the long haul. I want permanently repaired, because this is our year. I'm going to take over the fucking world. And I need my body to be better for me to take over the fucking world. I'm ready to work out again. Okay? Like, really work out. Like, I cannot wait to hit runner's high again. It has been so long since I got to have runner's high. I forgot what it feels like. And that's sad. That's right, Blaze. That's right. That's the goal. I want to be fully healed. I don't want a fucking Band-Aid. I want to be back on track and kicking ass. And I'm here for it. We're going to do that this year. So, we're going to get past all of this pain and sickness and come out strong and fucking amazing. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. Right? Right? Other than that, we've just been talking about vehicles. Thanatos was helping me go over a few vehicles, because I really need one that I can do my touring stuff with, but I can take it on road, off road, just wherever I need to take it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I need a vehicle that lasts and is comfortable. So we were looking at, I have a Traverse. I love Traverse, but I've seen several of them with consistent electronic issues. Thank you, Blaze. So I'm debating on whether I want to try to get like one of the new Traverse at some point in the future. And I was talking to everybody that was viewing about it, and Thanatos actually made several suggestions, but I think I like the Honda Pilot, the 2023 Trailblazer, more than anything so far. Plus, on top of everything else that it has that I want, including the pilot seats, it has a few features that I thought were really, really cool that I haven't really seen in a lot of vehicles. And there's heated seats all the way around, not just in the front seats. So usually, like, the captain seats are the only ones that are heated, but all of them were heated in the 2023 Pilot, which was really fucking cool. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about the sunroof though. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm still thinking on that one. Yes. Yes. So we've been streaming for an hour, which is really awesome. I told you guys I would try to be on today. And we made it, even though I was late. I took an unscheduled nap. That was far too long. I am glad to be feeling well enough to come on and stream, because I really haven't felt well enough to. Well, I literally haven't been able to move just my arm sitting like this, it was so much pain. It's also why I haven't been on social media, because it hurts to type. But it's feeling better, a little better. My classes started back, and I have homework that I have to get done tonight and tomorrow, and I'm going to be struggling. But we're going to get it done. Excuse me. I guess I need to go do that because I still got to make dinner. I was actually getting off right whenever you got on, but I wanted to stay and talk to you for a minute. I like when you show up, Blaze. I like when you show up. I like when you come chat with me. But I'm going to have to go get some stuff done, guys. I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. I'm probably not going to be able to get back on tonight because I have far too much I have to get done, and I have to get stuff done today because of the doctor events that I have tomorrow. That's going to take up the majority of my day. So yeah, but thank you, Blaze. I hope you do too. I will see you guys hopefully sometime tomorrow. Remember, stay hydrated, right? Right? This is the year of being good to yourself. So stay hydrated. And as always, you can stay frosty because there's no better way to be. Bye, guys.